Hey guys, it's Dotoran. Welcome back. I've been gone quite a while. I want to say last June. The summer hit and was a lot busier than usual, and that had me doing other kinds of things before I could do any kind of video. But I wanted to throw a new video out there. Actually, I needed to put another video out there because of a major hack or hacking that had been done to my server. Um, I was having a blast on Dotoran's World server with a bunch of really great players and kids from school and stuff. But unfortunately, due to some hacking, I have had to delete all of the work that so many of us had put into that world. Um, it has taken me a while to, even be able to put this video together because my emotions were running pretty high there after discovering that everything had been destroyed, to a point where it just would not have been fun even trying to repair or resurrect what we had done before. There are two people that I want to give an additional apology to, and that would be Updwayne and WinWars Tim, who both had some fairly new super builds going on that was well beyond the limits of where these hackers had gotten to. They had made it to both of those users' primary locations nearest where the rest of us were living, and their stuff was also either partially or totally destroyed, or within a very good chance of being destroyed by TNT strings that were inserted by the hackers. But their new builds hadn't been touched, and I just want to put an apology out there to those two guys who have done some phenomenal work on our server. I just hope that we'll be able to keep them as users even after a hit of this intensity. I didn't know what to do, guys. I was freaking out. I just thought, for the safety of all of us, and just to save us more grief, heart sorrow or whatever, only to find out that our stuff had been destroyed or would be destroyed if we did something wrong. It was just better to destroy the whole thing. I've been teaching computers for years, and I have made one of the worst mistakes that you can do in not keeping backups of the worlds. I had been keeping backups, but it was done by myself, manual backups where I actually copy and pasted the world to another folder. But then again, as time got going, I just wasn't backing up. A super bad on my part. So one of the things I am doing now is creating nightly backups of all of my servers or worlds, so that hopefully a hack like this in the future will not have an effect on us as greatly as this one has. That being said, I want to show you what I have done after that. A lot of this I was holding off until the release of 1.4 because of neat things that I wanted to incorporate into these new worlds. But I think I am going to start to do this now, so that at least we can get a head start on reestablishing ourselves. Well, as you can see from the screen we're looking at now, I've actually created 3 different worlds on the same server, this 71.186.185.55. This world is the one that replaced our original Dotoran's world. This is one of the new ones, and really it's the same address. We're just pointing to a new port address. And I really want to give a shout out to the Walking Cactus, another one of our awesome users, who led me into checking out how to do this, because I wanted to create servers for other people to do different kinds of things, but wasn't sure how to do it on my own computer. I had actually toyed around with the idea of creating multiple servers, but then only running one at a time and saying, hey guys, weekdays we'll be able to use this one, and Saturdays we'll use this one, and Sundays we'll use that one, or some kind of a schedule like that. But I just got to thinking, we all have different schedules, and we're not available on different days or different times, and for some of us, we don't even live in the same area. One of us actually lives out in the Netherlands, and a couple of us live up in Canada. So it was getting to be hard to figure out who was going to log in when. So that wasn't a great idea. But like I said, thanks to the Walking Cactus, I was able to figure out how to create multiple servers. As you see here, they're actually all online right now, and they're all sitting on the same one computer server that I bought in order to do this little venture. So that's kind of cool. The numbers that I'm having over here, these will change as I figure out who's using what, so that we can kind of load balance the system a little bit. I don't want to set these all to 25. If I point here, you can see that on my own computer, these two new servers, loaded massively fast. Look at this one; it's almost double. So the higher this number gets, the longer it takes to initialize everything too. So we want to keep these numbers down to keep the speed up. Well, anyways, here's what's going on. I'll touch this one last because I see we've got a couple kids in there already. But this is what you would have gone to see Dotoran's world. And I'm just going to see if I can pop out to maybe normal for a minute. Alright, this is where I am currently living. Toying around, I'm kind of in the middle of a jungle, you can see with the vines. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just toying around with something here. I've got a real little branch mine started down there. I've got a way out this way, and we can come up here. This was all natural as I was doing my exploring. It was like this little cave that kind of ran through this mountain a little bit. Really, I only just cleaned it up a little bit, put the glass in to keep myself safe. I'm starting to grow my own food. I don't have a ton of stuff yet. That and the contents of this chest down here are really all I have. Everything that I had before is gone. So, this is the new me. Looking to get a new start. But as you can see, it's survival mode. I'm going to make myself a promise that I will not go into creative mode myself or use server commands while I'm playing around in this server, and I won't be creating publicly accessible stuff like the welcome center and the gardens and things like that. This is the game of survival. So if you love survival and you're into not using mods like I am, this is a plain Jane vanilla Minecraft server running in survival at hard difficulty, which honestly isn't as hard as you might think. You just got to approach the game a little differently. The monsters are going to be a lot more aggressive. They are going to deal a lot more damage. They do come out a lot more at night. I'm giving you a look here. This is not where you spawn in when you come into this world. One of the things I did is to just pick a direction, and I started walking, cutting trees down, collecting resources as I went. Swimming or building boats to make my way across different, rivers, oceans, and I actually, made it quite a lot farther away from spawn, so that I could play the game myself. I can be a part of the server. I can chat. I can, help give ideas or tell recipes or whatever, and then still kind of do my own thing. I'm not going to teleport people around. I am not going to get rid of the night anymore. I've got a bed for myself. If you guys make a bed and there's more than one of us online, we can say, hey guys, let's all go to sleep and get rid of the night. If you're on the server alone and night comes along, like it looks like it is right now, it's great because you can come in and just by yourself go to bed, and that will get rid of the night as well. So you just got to learn to play the game a little differently. Excuse me. And then, it works out a lot better. But, excuse me. Yeah, this particular server is the main server, and you don't even have to type a port number after the IP address if you don't want to. If you do, the port number for this world is 25565. This world, we do have the Nether, and we are spawning in animals and monsters. We do play on hard, and it's survival. It'll create villages and strongholds and hidden mines and that kind of stuff too. So you've got that ability. I didn't mess with the height of the world, so we've got the full 256 blocks up to play around with too. So if you think this might be something fun for you to do, you could give this a try. Remember, just like the last time, these are white-listed servers. So if you want to play, if you're a current member, you're already in my whitelist. So please, come on back, rejoin us, start over like I am, start over like the rest of us. Ask for help. I mean, we would love to be able to help each other, and then we can, hopefully make something even better out of these worlds than we did the first time around. Okay? Alright, so let's see. I'm going to say goodbye to this world for a minute, and we're going to hop back and we'll talk about the next one. While back, I had two new users join the original Dotoran's world server, and they massively broke a couple of the rules we had in that server, and because of that, I had to ban them for life from that server. One of the things they were doing was massively griefing people's things that they had built. They were also stealing from people, trying to trap them underground, things along those lines, which, for what we were trying to do with that server, broke just too many rules. But that got me to thinking that was how they liked to play the game. It wasn't appropriate for this, but it is appropriate on lots of servers out there for Minecraft. So that got me to thinking, why don't I create another world? And this world looks like I'm in a very similar area, but that's just happenstance. I think, hold on, I think that Minecraft has this thing where the newest biomes tend to get generated more often at the beginning of a generation, unless you're actually using a seed. I am fairly close to spawn in this world, so the stuff you see here you probably would see too if you were to log into this one. This uses that same IP address, but the port number is 65500, and this is also a survivor or survival server, set to hard, but it's a player versus player, or a PvP server, which means I could go up to somebody and hit them and actually do them damage, possibly even hitting them enough and killing them. That's the name of the game on this server. This is where that hugely popular factions idea came from. Let's create some teams. Let's see what we can do, where we can build, and actually really survive the onslaught of war games that would be coming along. So what else I got going on here? We've got the Nether. You've got strongholds and animals and monsters. It's set to 6 players right now. That may change, like I said, depending on how many use it. I will attempt to make it always an even number of players. One of the things in 1.4 that's coming is the possibility to dye leather armor. That was why I was going to hold off on releasing this until then. But that would then allow us to create 2 different teams or 3 different teams. Just dye the armor to join the team, and then you'd be good to go. So this is basically like the survival server, except for the fact that the other people that are on the server can steal from you. They can hurt you. They can destroy your home if they want to. I mean, the whole idea is who can create something that will withstand anybody else. And just like war times, they blow you up, their stuff becomes yours if they find it. Do you want chests? You better go hide it somewhere or something, because you don't want people to find you. So that's this server. And then I want to just come here for a minute. I think for the younger players, this last server is going to be probably the most popular. I'll talk about it first, because as soon as I get in, they're going to see me, and don't be surprised if they start talking about, oh my gosh, Dotoran, what happened? I'll tell them real quick that I'm videoing, so that hopefully the chat will stay down a little bit. But this is a creative world server, and what I've tried to do here is, again, give access to things like the Nether and the End and things along those lines. But in this world, everybody is set for creative mode. So you can actually build to your heart's content. You have an unlimited number of supplies, of blocks, of items. I do have the difficulty set to easy, so that the monsters can actually spawn. But creative is an interesting mode, because you can hit a monster and they'll actually come at you, but in creative they cannot harm you. Actually, the only way you can die is if you were to start digging down, find your way to bedrock, and then dig through the bedrock in creative mode, and then literally fall out of the world. If you were to do that, you would die. And honestly, that is the only way that you can die in creative. So really, you're kind of invincible. And the other kind of neat thing is that you can fly around. So I would highly recommend, if you join this world, that you pop in and then you kind of fly away. People are going to want to build. Some of the stuff they build may take a lot of space. So let's see if we can't spread ourselves out a little bit here too. But what else is there? Anything good here? Yeah, I've got it on easy. Again, it's set for 6 players now, but that that'll change if it figures that we get 6 or 8 more people. Who knows? And work it that way. Now, each of these worlds has a slightly different set of rules that I would like the players to follow. In this one, I'm just saying, could you just give yourself some space? Okay, give yourself space, and then that way you can build the stuff you want to build, and others can build around you. Please do not use foul language in chat. That's not fun for anybody. Don't destroy anything that somebody else has built, unless they ask you to do it. I don't have to worry about stealing, because again, why would you need to steal? You can just hit that E or I and have access to as much of anything as you want. So, that's okay. Um, the Dotoran's world has basically the same set of rules that it's always had. And if you join the server, you'll figure out what those are. And PvP, really, it only has two rules. The first one being, and this rule is a new one also for Dotoran's world, so it applies to really these two. I do not want you to import anything that you may have made in another world of your own into these worlds, using a program like NBT Edit or InvEdit or some of these programs that can actually let you bring structures into other worlds. The player versus player server, I mean, you have what you have access to then and there. If you're to make yourself this massive, stronghold of obsidian or something, tons of weaponry and TNT cannons and all this kind of stuff, and then just bring it in and plop it somewhere in the world, that's given you a distinct advantage over anybody else that might log in. So really, I would like you to stay away from doing that. At least that way, everybody is getting in at the same time. This one I don't advertise, but I'm just going to throw it out there. It's not real fun to have someone standing around spawn waiting for someone to spawn in, and then when that person spawns in, somebody that's really well prepared comes right up and whack whack, you're dead, and they're gone. So I think it would at least be nice to allow them in and away from spawn. So I'll just put that out there. But again, this is the kind of world I don't like to play, so maybe the people who do like to play, that's an accepted thing, and that's what you want to do. Spawn in and run for your life, basically. I don't know. I mean, maybe people think that's fun. I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea. But it's there if you want. Okay, we're going to hop into this last world. I do want to keep this video to under 30 minutes, so we won't stay in here too long. And all right, I'm up here in the world. Dot Welcome Center. They're already. Hey guys, we're videoing. All right, who else do we got here? We've got. Let's see. Oh, some of the students that I teach at school. Okay. All right. This video will be out tonight. Okay. All right. So, as you can see, I'm in fly mode. If I look up here, that's going to be something that I build for myself. There's Perium. They're saying, hey, hey. Okay, so let's see. It says dot. Oh, dots. Dots WC. I think that means Welcome Center, which was the public structure that we would go, to find things. These kids they're quite talented. This is pretty intense. I think that's bedrock he made it out of. Bedrock with a lava moat. Oh, that's funny. Okay, let's see. Iron doors, so I gotta pop the button. And of course, I hate these. They're hard to get into. So there we go. That's cool. Oh, that's awesome. All right, what do we got here? Nether portal. Okay, bedrock, so no bad griefers can legitimately destroy it. Oh, that's funny. Oh, well. What is this? Oh, that was weird. Alright. I don't know what they're doing here. Yeah, I think they might still be working on this, but that's a start on something. And I thought they said portal, so maybe when they get some what do you mean? What do you call it? Obsidian, they'll create a portal for themselves or something. I don't know. Okay. Talking and wandering. Alright, what's over here? Server rules. No griefing. People take much time on what you grief. No stealing. It's not like you need to in creative mode. Player skins are highly encouraged. So, Hill, why do you look like Steve? Please don't use texture packs. They have to do with X-ray, etc. No mods unless Dotoran says so, and no swearing. There are young kids who play here too. Really, that is my biggest rule on the server, on really any server. I tell the kids that all the time. I said, we're here to have fun. That kind of language does not make it fun for anybody. Everybody's going to have times when things aren't working out their way, or they may lose something, or they might get mad at somebody. I mean, those things happen. But you're sitting at home playing this game. If you need to swear, swear out loud. Just don't put it into words in the chat stream. All right, I don't see a sign on this, so I'm not sure whose place this is. But I always get a kick out of seeing how people decide to build different things in creative mode. How do you fix that glitch dot? Alright, I missed what they were talking about. I think you have to relog on. Alright, I've recently discovered that with flying mode, because I would be staring out and trying to get into fly mode and it would never work. That you kind of got to look up. If you look up and then tap that space bar, it seems like it activates it a lot easier. So that's kind of cool. Oh, this must be the mansion he's talking about. Huh? Well, that's pretty wild. I'm almost at 30 minutes, so I'm going to have to speed this up a little bit, but this is pretty cool. I saw him starting to build this when I left, but he had just started working on the windows when I had to leave. But this is, I think, Jodo's, which is pretty wild. Yeah, he's up there. You can see him up there, Jodo. Where is he? Hi, Jodo. I see you. Hi. Let's see what's out this door. I think I'm still in FAR, so that's going to be nuts too. Is this? Oh, I thought this was somebody else's, like an addition, or not an addition, like a neighbor or something. Sandstone, very cool. Yeah, this is pretty wild. I want to see Jodo though. Dot, your hands are checked. My hands are checked. What does he mean? I don't know what you mean, dude. Where am I? I look like Steve too. That's weird. I look like Steve. I must be glitchy too. Dude, it's Ather. Oh. I think it's Ether. Okay, let's see. We're almost there, so who else was here? Oh, okay. Dots WC. Oh, that's funny. I like that. Okay. That's funny. Okay, guys. I'll see you So yeah, this is again right around spawn. I actually want to say it might have been this hill, but maybe it was a hill that used to be where this welcome center is, which is where you originally spawned in. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But if you're a creative maniac, feel free to come on and check this one out. Fly your way out of the zone. It's a default mode world, so you're more than welcome to play around with it. Pair, remember, it only works if I have it installed here, and I won't install it. Okay. Okay. Bye, guys. So yeah, that's what we have to play with right now. 3 new servers. I will be updating the website at some point when I get some more time, to make it a little easier for people who would like to join us to say which of the 3 worlds do they want to be a part of, as well as I would like to put maybe some functionality in there about who actually has access to the worlds right now, so that if you have friends they can see if you actually play on the servers or not. I don't know. But until then, I hope to see you online, and I hope to get back into making some videos soon. But until then, see you later and have a great day. Bye-bye.